You know, if you're considering stopping the flow of alcohol in January, here's a way to change how you think about the journey ahead. It's more of a shift in perspective about how you can see the decision itself, how you can reframe that decision in your own mind, okay? You know, how do most people see stopping the flow of alcohol? How do they approach this? You know, when they're faced with that decision and that stepping across that line and they're about to go across, how do they view it in their minds? Most people look at it like it's a deprivation, as it's something that they're giving up, as something that they need in their lives, but something that they also need to stop, right? There's the kicker. It's viewed, alcohol is viewed as a need in one form, and you know, you're looking to stop. I mean, most people want to stop the consequences of the alcohol. They don't really want to stop the alcohol, and that's the difficulty. And really, when you look at the journey, when you look at stepping across that line, it's really none of these things, right? You know, the deprivation is really the life that you could have been living had you not been drinking in the first place. It's not the life that you could have been living right all of these years. You know, I don't like to look at it like that because you can't go back. It is what it is. That's the past. But the deprivation is, from this moment on, you have a choice, and it's the life that you could be living from now on, right? The life that you could be living. I started off this journey maybe 12, 13 years ago. We were living in a rental accommodation in Ireland, in a house, fair enough, but it was in an estate, right? And the highlight of my week was going to the pub. That was the highlight of my week. I get up every morning now and I come and I'm out in this. I live here. I've lived 10 years in Spain. I've travelled so many different places because I've stopped. And I wouldn't have known any of that if I'd have carried on drinking. I remember going, one of my last holidays that we had was with a friend of mine in Prague. And when you look at Prague, it's a beautiful, beautiful city. It's got so much history, so much class, so much to see and do there. And my one vision is walking around behind my mate, watching him as we went from one bar to another. And that's what I remember, going in and out of bars. So think about the life that you could be living. You know, that's the thing that you're depriving yourself of. It's not you're depriving yourself of oxygen, of alcohol. You're depriving yourself of this life without intoxication, without this poison in your life, without this poison in your body. You know, that's the thing that you're giving up. The life that you could be living. You know, this time of the year is a great time of the year to have a look at Dickens' A Christmas Carol and have a look at that final chapter, The Ghost of Christmas Future, and allow yourself to be taken on that journey. That if you don't give up, where are you going to be? But also, you know, it ends up pretty well. But I always advise people to take their journey in the opposite direction as well. So to look at it from two perspectives: where you would be if you stop drinking alcohol, and where you will be if you don't stop drinking alcohol. Right? So, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing to give up. You're giving up everything that you could be, everything that your life could offer, right? And I hear versions of this all the time. There was a comment in the, quite a sad comment, right, I have to say. And this guy says, there's nothing is better than drugs and alcohol. Tell me something worth living for. And I don't know whether this guy wrote this while he was drunk. I don't know what the context was. Like I said, for me, it's a sad situation. It's sad that somebody thinks that way. I feel that. I feel it because I used to think along those lines myself, right? I couldn't see the life that was right in front of my eyes because I was blinded by the poison that I was putting inside my mouth. You know, what can I say to this man? What can I ever possibly say to any of these people, right? You know, how do I get anybody to see what's important in this life, right? without spending a long time with this person. I mean a long time. I can't do that for another person. I tried this with my son, who I'm the closest to in this world. He is the closest. We have a great relationship, but I couldn't make him see it, and I know his life. So, he's off the alcohol now for 1.5 years, thankfully. Thank God. But it is what it is on this journey. You want to help other people, but you can only help other people if they want to be helped themselves. You can only help other people if they have a reason to be helped. Right? Nobody else can give them that reason. Nobody else can give them that reason. And that's such an unfortunate thing in life. Unfortunately, I can't tell this person what they should live for. I wish I could. Life is what you make it. It really is what you make it. Life is full of choices, and each choice comes with a trade-off. Each choice comes with a trade-off, meaning that when you choose to do one thing, and that choice leads to outcomes, but it's not only the outcomes of the choices that you make, the single choice or the multiple choices that you make, it's the missed opportunities of the choices that you didn't make. Now we all have to do this all the time. I get up in the morning and I can sit there and work, or I can come out here. I can do so many different things. There's so many different choices that we can do during the day, but it's what outcome do you want? And it's not only the outcome that you want in your life, it's not only the outcome that you want from this one choice, it's the accumulation of outcomes, the compounding effect of all the choices that you take, right? The choice of drinking or not drinking. It's a simple one. It's a simple one. Don't make it any more complicated than that. Stop the flow. You turn the tap on, you keep it on, or you turn it off. And it's as simple as that. It's an either or choice, right? One or the other. It's a binary decision. And making it any more complicated than that is you're looking for trouble. Stopping the flow is a choice. It's a doorway that you step through. And what happens next? It's a process, It's a dynamic process that you have ups and downs on this journey. It's got a beginning, which is the most important thing. You step across that line. It's got a middle where you do the work, and it's got an end. And that end is just as important, as stepping across that line. The end result of what you do. The end result of this is living your life, is moving on from the alcohol, moving into a different phase. So you're no longer thinking about alcohol as a part of your life. Not moving on. So stop the flow, do the work, move on. And the problem is that there's so many people who want a magic bullet that will make everything all right. How many people want that? There's so many people who are willing to go to the doctors now and they want a magic bullet. But the pill will only make you feel good if it makes you feel good at all in the moment. The pill doesn't involve work. That's what they want. But the problem is, steel sharpens steel, right? That magic pill mentality is what will deprive you of any possibility of a real life, right? Any possibility of finding true happiness. True happiness is not something that you find outside of yourself. It's a treasure that is inside of you, right? So trying to find a magic pill, it means you're trading off and you're giving up the life that you could have lived, right? You have to get to, I will stop the flow. I will do the work. I will move on with my life. No magic pill required. I don't need any of that crap. No matter what happens in my life, steel sharpens steel. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do this, If you want to walk with me throughout this journey, you can come visit us at habitsv2.com. We've got got a great program over there that will help you every step of the way. Take care of yourself. Onwards and up today. Bye now.